we all have a voice up here, right? And what's so interesting is that it seems that people oftentimes try to do everything that they can to drown out that voice, right? This is a voice that's playing, a broken record on repeat, and it really creates challenges for a lot of people, right? Maybe it's telling them about their low self esteem, the problems that they have, and it's very hard for people to switch that off, right? Well, the way that you're going to go about switching that off is by not trying to drown it out. Because the very pursuit of trying to negate it, trying to eradicate it from your life, is the very thing in and of itself that creates it as more of a prominent presence in your life, in anybody's life. And it's interesting just to look at the history of all this stuff. If you were to go to somebody and tell them that you have a voice in your head, or you're no, not that you have a voice in your head, that you're hearing a voice in your head, right? They would refer you to, I mean, that I would argue that it's more of like a historical matter, that it would be considered, just something that would be a very serious health condition, right? That you would be considered mentally ill. It's very interesting because as I'm learning about mental health and mindset and all that stuff, I'm also learning about different what are known as mental illnesses and stuff. But what's interesting is that the pursuit of resistance, of trying to push out whatever is present in the mind, right? Whatever thoughts surface, the pursuit of trying to push anything out, the resistance, is actually what creates more of what one is trying to get rid of. And ever since I learned about this, I've been very fascinated by it because I believe that the world is as noisy as it is because this is as noisy as it is, right? And there are many different other matters out there that would result in that, of course. But we all have noise going on in here, right? I would argue that some people out there have it differently than other people. Some people, they meditate and everything. I'm one of them, consistently on a daily basis. And I will say that I used to experience things like anxiety and depression, and they are no longer present in my life. And I would say that meditation is a culprit of that. But what's interesting is that the pursuit of trying to get rid of the mental chatter, the noise, is the very thing that creates more of it, right? And people like I don't want to say people, spiritual influencers. There we go. Like Eckhart Tolle present this idea that when you just accept what is, it becomes less prominent. And I just think that that's so fascinating because this says so much about resistance, right? We we're running away from everything in here through our consumption of everything that we consume, whether it's media, whether it's food, whatever it is. We're just trying to numb ourselves out, right? But what's interesting is that if we were actually to go into it and to actually sit with it, um, there's a movie that really displays this well, and I don't want to ruin the movie because it's a fantastic movie, but it talks about this idea. It talks about this idea of sitting with pain, right? And it's just very interesting because it's like, this is it. This is it right here. Don't try to go to your happy place. Don't try to go to, wherever it is. Be right here with the pain. This is the greatest moment of your life and you're somewhere else. And it's just so interesting because so many people would look at pain and that idea of this being the greatest moment of your life and be like, yeah, no, it's definitely not. No, it is. Pain is just pain. And it's not going to take anyone away. It's not. It's just pain. When you can look at it from the observer standpoint, it changes the dynamics of everything. And again, the pursuit of trying to get away from it or trying to negate it is only going to create more of it. it's only going to make the mind noisier. It's going to make the voice louder. So befriending it and actually sitting with it, having an honest conversation with it, that's where you meet yourself.